Happy New Year, guys! Did you know the first New Year was celebrated in March? In today's episode, we're going to have a brief look at the history of celebrating New Year's, and it might be a bit weirder than you thought. Celebrating the New Year on January 1st is kind of a new thing. The earliest recording of New Year is thought to have been almost 4,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, where ancient peoples used to celebrate in mid-March. A variety of other dates tied to the seasons are also used by various ancient cultures. The Egyptians, the Phoenicians, and the Persians began their new year with the fall equinox, and the Greeks celebrated it on the winter solstice. The Romans had an early Roman calendar, where they also designated March 1st as the new year. The calendar had just 10 months. That the new year once began with the month of March is still reflected in our months today. September through December, our 9th through 12th months, were originally positioned as the 7th through 10th month. Septem is Latin for 7, Octo is 8, Novem is 9, and Decem is 10. January finally joined the calendar and was finally celebrated as the first New Year in Rome in 153 BC. In fact, the month of January didn't even exist until around 700 BC, when the second king of Rome, Numa Pontilius, added the months of January and February. The new year was moved from March to January because that was the beginning of the civil year, the month that the newly elected Roman consuls, the highest officials in the Roman Republic, began their one-year tenure. But this New Year date was not always strictly and widely observed, and the New Year was still sometimes celebrated on March 1st. Finally, with the introduction of the Julian calendar, January 1st officially is instituted as the New Year, and this occurred in 46 BC by Julius Caesar, who introduced a new solar-based calendar that was a vast improvement on the ancient Roman calendar. The Julian calendar decreed that the new year would occur January 1st, and with the Roman world, January 1st became the consistently observed start of the new year. But this didn't last forever. In the Middle Ages, January 1st was completely abolished. In medieval Europe, the celebrations accompanying the new year were considered pagan and unchristian. In 567, the Council of Turin abolished January 1st as the beginning of the year. At various times and in various places throughout medieval Christian Europe, the new year was celebrated on December 25th, the birth of Jesus, March 1st, March 25th, and Easter. Finally, with the Gregorian calendar, January 1st was restored. In 1582, the Gregorian calendar reform restored the 1st of January as New Year's Day. Although most Catholic countries adopted the Gregorian calendar almost immediately, it was only gradually adopted among Protestant countries. The British, for example, did not adopt the Reformed calendar until 1752. Until that point, the British Empire and their American colonies still celebrated the New Year in March. So in reality, we should be saying Happy Solar New Year. And if you still want to celebrate it in March, no one will hold it against you. Have an awesome New Year's, guys. I really enjoy making these videos. If you like them, please like and subscribe, and we'll get you with more stories that matter soon. Peace.